everybody, to the
I'm Fat Podcast.
Snacks are best saved for later.
With Jay Zawoski.
That man ate all our shrimp and 2 plastic lobsters.
And Rick Camp.
Out of the mist came a beast more stomach than man.
Welcome into another edition of the I'm Fat Podcast, brought to you by our sponsors, Charlie the Bacon Guy, Mazda of Orland Park, Fredo's Culinary Kitchen, and Nick and Ivy Brewing. We are live on YouTube. I'm Rick Camp alongside fellow fat Jay Zawoski. Jay, it's been a couple weeks here, and we have plenty to get to today.
Yes, sorry for missing last week. Just didn't work out. Hawks played, I think they played Saturday and Sunday, and it was just chaotic mess. We couldn't make it work, but we're here ahead of Christmas, and we've got a bunch of good stuff to talk about. So thanks for being here with us. If you're watching us live on YouTube, thank you. Make sure you hit that like button for us and subscribe to our YouTube page as well. If you're listening on the old-fashioned podcast app, we love you. You're the OGs. Make sure you are following or subscribed on your favorite app, and leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. That would be a lovely Christmas gift for us if you could do that for us. We've got merch. I'mFatMerch.com. A bunch of new designs in there from our buddy Mark Fishman, so go check those out. And anything you need at TeePublic, by the way, use that link, I'mFatMerch.com, and you will help us out in doing so. We've got a Patreon that I'm trying to figure out, so just hold off on that because they changed everything. Social media at I'mFatPod, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Blue Sky. And we got the I'm Fat Podcast fans page on Facebook as well. And we're also streaming on Facebook. So if you're there, hello, welcome. And I love that our buddy Jason says he's watching live in church.
That's great.
Penis. Satan.
Churches.
Oh, churches. Okay, that's
okay.
Different. That's different.
Still, penis.
Yeah, exactly.
I was anyway. Actually, can I tell one extremely random, but I saw it yesterday and I thought it was hilarious.
100%.
So Ricky Henderson died yesterday.
Yes.
And the church thing made me think of it. Is that like, I forget where he was, but someone recited like John 3:16, and he said he doesn't care because he hit 330.
He was the best.
That's so funny.
Man, like not the first, but like one of the first athletes that was just knew they were great and weren't afraid to tell you. Like that ruffled a lot of feathers. Like, no, I'm good. Trust me.
Yeah.
Look how good I am. That's funny.
Yeah.
I like that. We also got a bike cracky in the comments today, which is funny because I got crept in Ask a Fat, and I know that you're not supposed to respond to craps, but I'm going to. I'm going to break the rule because this is not Boards and Bernstein.
Right.
This is the I'm Fat Podcast, and if you're going to crap us, don't crap me now. I'm going to respond because it is false.
Ooh, okay.
Yes. All right, where do we want to start? We got a lot to get to today. We both tried. Maybe we start with this.
Yes.
The lead. We both tried Taco Bell's new crispy chicken nuggets. I had them yesterday, Rick.
I had them last night.
Okay. I have to say, I went in with incredibly low expectations.
Same.
I didn't know what to expect. I thought it was going to be something that's just kind of half-assed, but I will say, we went to the one in Tinley Park, like 185th and Harlem. You don't know this, Rick, but Southsiders know, like where there's a big Target and the like that whole shopping area right there on Harlem.
This is where I usually just go, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's it's by the World Music Theater. If you've ever been there in Tinley,
I have not.
Tweeter Center.
Yeah.
Okay, same thing. People out here call it the World because that was the original name, and it's changed. Gotcha. Anyway, point being. That's the one I went to, and they cooked them fresh. They were very hot, very crispy when they came out. Here's a look at the setup. This is me and Hope. So we both got the $8.99 10-piece meal, which is actually a pretty solid deal.
Yeah, it is.
10 tenders, nacho fries with cheese, and a drink for $8.99. That's a solid deal.
Yes.
We both got that, and it was, I think we walked out the door under $20, like with tax and everything.
Perfect.
So very solid. Also left full. Here's a look at the nugget itself, like the white meat of chicken,
Mhm.
actual real meat, and a good. I was really impressed with the crunch of it. It had a nice crunchy batter on it.
So you were smart and ate it there.
Yeah.
I went at like 10 o'clock at night.
Okay.
And because, that's when you eat Taco Bell
Mhm.
is 10 o'clock or later. So that was a late dinner for us. And the crunch was a little bit gone, but I put that more on temperature and being in the car for like a couple minutes
Okay.
than anything else.
Sure.
So there was a little bit of crunch, but probably not near what you experienced. The thing that I was most impressed about was the meat to breading ratio.
Yeah.
Like that was, and you could see in that picture that you had, that was even with it being a little condensed after a bite.
Right. I bit it in half there.
Mm-hmm. It's a good amount of chicken.
Yeah.
And I would say I wouldn't say it was like incredible, but I would say it's a real solid chicken nugget. Like if someone said, "Hey, we're getting Taco Bell chicken nuggets," and that's it, I'd be like, "Okay, cool." The thing is, the sauce.
Yeah.
Not a good sauce option there
They
because
weren't-
I tried the like Bell sauce or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It was fine. I think Sam liked it a little more than I did. But I was really wanting some form of barbecue or something a little spicy.
So I'm bad at this.
Mhm.
We talk about this all the time. I feel like the Bell sauce was like a cane sauce with like a little bit of heat to it.
Okay.
It was mayo based, but I didn't hate it. And I also tried the fiery ranch. I think I actually had that more than anything else
Mhm.
as a dip. I used some of the nacho cheese to dip them into because why not?
Yeah, I did that too.
But they were all kind of fine. I will say, like, the breading on the chicken was pretty flavorful.
Mhm.
And I feel like the sauces didn't have enough to them to translate, or like, I don't know. I felt like there was very little taste to them.
Yes, exactly.
And it wasn't a bad taste. It just wasn't enough to really
wasn't
complement
worth
the
it.
chicken.
Yeah. Yeah, I was disappointed in the sauce. So if you had told me coming in that the chicken would be good, but I'd be like, if I was asked, you're going to be disappointed by either the chicken or the sauce, I would have said the chicken like emphatically.
Yeah, 100%.
Because that's what a lot of places do is they'll have the actual product be meh, but have like the sauce they put with it be really good so that it covers it up.
Yeah, I will have this again. I know what's going to happen too is I'm going to start to really like them, and then they're going to go away because it's Taco Bell. Just like their rolled chicken tacos, which were great. But I'll get them again. I will say too, and I saw Bill Oakley, our buddy, the old Simpsons writer who does a lot of food stuff online these days, had them, and he said like some of them were huge and super meaty, and then some of them were really, really small and kind of just crummy. And I would say of the 10, 2 of them were pretty small and 3 of them were pretty massive. So I felt at the end of the day, I was like, okay, it evens out, but the small ones didn't do much for, I mean, it was just kind of a little crumbly piece of breading with a little tiny amount of chicken in it.
So I did the 5-piece combo because I got the 5-piece combo and I got a cheesy gordita crunch.
Okay, good. Oh,
yes. No. Believe me.
I thought I was losing you.
No.
I'm like, and you put them in a milkshake?
Right. Yes, exactly. So yeah. So the cheesy gordita crunch was $6.29, but I'm still getting it. So who's the sucker?
Yeah.
But yeah, I would totally get those again. I do think that's a good deal. Like the 5 for $5.99 or the 10 for $8.99. I think obviously the 10 is better. It's a better deal. But I was perfectly happy to pay $6 for the 5 nuggets, the nacho fries, and a large drink.
Yeah, I mean, either way, it's a solid deal. Like because we order at the kiosk because I'm never sure. Like, can I walk up and order this, or do I have to use it? Like,
right.
Taco Bell makes it all very complicated. Every time I'm in a Taco Bell dining in, which is more frequently than it should be,
I was gonna say
there's always like old people coming in. They're just baffled.
They
just don't. They're like, so I can't order this with you. I had to go over there. Yeah, you have to order it. It's like, what are we doing? Just why are you making it so complicated?
Right.
But overall, Very, very solid.
Mhm.
Maybe next time I'll try the nuggets with just Taco Bell sauce, like fire sauce or Diablo or whatever.
Yeah,
I mean, or maybe add that to one of them.
sure.
Could help. I don't know. They
Now
weren't
you got me.
like
You got me
said, they
thinking
weren't
about.
bad. They were just meh.
Yeah, exactly. You got me thinking about the last time I was actually physically in a Taco Bell. It might have been college, or I might have been in one once since college. Other than that, it is drive-through exclusive.
Well, that one in Tinley is very like if we're out there shopping, it's very convenient for us to just go and sit down in there because
Mhm.
we're out that way getting stuff done. So we're not going to drive through and just eat in the car. So
Right.
Speaking of places, any final thoughts on the Nuggets though before I get to my next little small thing?
No, go for it.
Here's something no one has said in about 50 years. I dined in at Long John Silver's.
Really?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
I know I did that in college because there was one in DeKalb by the stadium, and it was what was always paired with it?
A&W.
No, this one wasn't an A&W.
Well, so it would be
would it be KFC?
it could be KFC.
It was
could be,
KFC
yeah.
Long John Silver's, and sometimes we would go there when we needed lunch, like between doing rehearsal for a football game and then before actually our call time.
Okay. Well, so I didn't mean to go in there because it is my shame. When I go to Long John Silver's,
Mhm.
I'm always like looking around to see if anyone sees me because it is literally the unhealthiest thing on the planet you can eat. But they didn't give me what did I not get? Something they didn't hand me. Something was missing from the order, like
Dignity?
it was just yes, dignity. It was something was missing from the order, so I had to go in and get it.
Okay.
And I'm like, I'm in here. I'm just gonna eat in here. Like why not? So sat down, ate in there, and to my disappointment, Long John Silver's has changed their fries.
Really?
They used to have like a double batter, crunchy, really nice golden fry. And I always say, like the all cheval and small cheval fries remind me of Long John Silver's.
Okay.
They changed them to waffle fries.
And
they are double fried waffle fries.
Okay.
But they just didn't have the same, I don't know. It just didn't have the same feel to it. But man, I love Long John Silver's. I will not apologize for it. If you enjoy breaded
in 3, 2, 1.
breaded fish, Long John Silver's is awesome. And I know people look at it and they're like, who goes here? Who shops here? Who eats here? Not a lot of people. But it is.
But the people that do.
It's incredible. It's so bad for you. It is so battered and it is so fried, but it's so freaking good. And if you don't like fish, they have chicken tenders that are big. They're like yay big.
Okay.
Also super crispy, super battered. I love Long John Silver's, man. I just know that it's so bad for me that I shouldn't have it more than like once a quarter. So it's kind of what I do. And when I left,
so you actually do it once a quarter of a week?
No, I can't. It is perfectly located for me because it's close enough, but it's out of the way. I have to make a special trip to pass it.
Yeah.
So I have to plan to go to Long John Silver's instead of like having to drive by it on my way to work or wherever I'm going. It is south of me and west of me, which is a way I almost never go. So I have to make a plan to go to Long John Silver's.
Nice.
Which is perfect. So yeah, I go I would say in a year I probably go 6 times.
Okay.
So every other month, maybe.
Sure.
And boy, when I left out, maybe it's just because I'm 47 now. Just like, ugh.
Yep.
That was really good, but I don't know if it was worth it. It was worth it. And Shy Sports Fan says hush puppies. Yes, the hush puppies are little corn fritters you get with the order. And then they also, in your box of fish and chicken, comes little fried pieces of batter.
Okay.
They're just like crumbs that fall into the box.
Here for that.
You eat those like an appetizer. It's amazing. You used to be able to order those. You get like a little side boat of crumbs.
I was going to say, I remember you saying that earlier on in the pod's existence.
I think people just kind of said, should I be eating a box of just batter?
Yeah.
Probably
The answer is yes.
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
But it was great. I love Long John Silver's. No apologies. It's just at my age, you got to calculate these things carefully.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's fair.
So, yeah.
All right. I had something this week that is not a staple for me anymore. I can't even say. I don't know why. Just maybe because of, especially this year, paranoia because of like mouth stuff from all the dental work that I had done.
Same.
Someone that is a freelance member of our union was really nice because like he's gotten a couple gigs because we've been like, hey, we heard they need somebody, you want to work it. His way to say thank you was to bring by a giant tin of popcorn, which this time of year is like, okay, fair, like that happens. However, I was inhaling this popcorn.
Okay.
It was so good. And the place is called Ladies Gourmet Popcorn, 118 North Broad Street in Griffith, Indiana. I just took a picture of the label right there. The two flavors that were in this were a white cheddar and a vanilla bourbon caramel. And buddy, let me tell you that, like, everybody knows I love caramel, but caramel popcorn I think can be a lot of the time. This, like, the vanilla definitely chilled it out a little bit.
Okay.
With like the caramel and the bourbon. I mean, and that white cheddar, like I came home, like I brought what was left on Friday home so that Sam could try it because she's a popcorn fiend and she liked the white cheddar more than the caramel one. And I mean, they're both honestly fantastic. And the guy was telling me, he's like, yeah, when I've moved, I've had to find a new like popcorn person for the holidays, and was like, I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm so happy I'm in Indiana so that I can go here.
As you were talking, I looked this
Yeah.
up. It's 25 minutes from my house.
Oh,
yeah. So
that's going to happen.
The problem is, well, it's not a problem. Hope can't eat popcorn. It just messes up. Ever since she had her gallbladder out, it like messes up her digestion like big time.
That sucks.
So yeah, someone brought in a bucket of Garrett's to CHGO, and that was gone very quickly. It's just the problem with it is you just eat. It's like it's addictive.
Yes,
you just keep shoveling it in your face like it's. Yeah, I'll try that. So vanilla bourbon and white cheddar.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Vanilla bourbon is.
Vanilla
I would never
bourbon.
order that.
Exactly. I think, yeah, I would never order it. But my God, it was incredible. Like there were a handful of people in the office at that point in time, and that went quicker than the white cheddar.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I will give it a try. I mean, I've been out that way a couple times. I had to make a special run for a gift out to Indiana. Can't share it because Hope listens, but that was a fun trip. I'll talk about that after Christmas.
Nice.
It was delightful. All right, let's hit the first break here. We got to tell you about our friends at Mazda of Orland Park, 8910 West 159th Street in anyone? Orland Park. You guessed it. Good job, everybody. Go get yourself a Mazda for Christmas. Put that bow on there, pull it right up into the driveway. You ever see that SNL bit where the guy buys a car and the wife just screams at him? We need to discuss investments like
yes.
this. That's a great one. By the way, last night's SNL was awesome.
All I saw was the weekend update on social media, and oh my God, it was fantastic.
So we Hope and I always end at weekend update and then go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll watch the rest today. So I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, so Mazda of Orland Park. Go there, get yourself a Mazda. I got a 2015 CX-5, a 2022 CX-30. Love them both. And the service, as we mention all the time, is outstanding, honest, transparent, not pushy. They'll just suggest, hey, you might need some work done.
Mm-hmm.
Want to do it? Yes or no? Okay. Either way, we're good with it. Here's your bill. See ya. In and out in an hour, regardless of what you're getting done. So it's awesome. And of course, the Mazdas are wonderful. Go to MazdaofOrlandPark.com or stop by the showroom at 8910 West 159th Street. We got a nice comment in the chat from Paul Peters who says, "Why does the dude with the glasses look like a porcupine's wet nutsack?" Well, Paul, my name's Jay. This
Fair
is my
question.
show. I'm part of the show. And I think it looks like that because I have a beard and I got out of the shower recently.
Right.
That's all I got. But welcome. Happy holidays, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Do us a favor, though, if you're in there, Paul, hit that like button for us. And if while you're researching porcupine's wet nutsacks, take a look at some other animals. You know, whatever you're into, man. No judgment. No judgment. Seem to be an expert on nutsacks. So, thanks. All right. What else we got? I got some stuff. I went to Popeyes.
Shocker.
I know. Well,
You have had a week, boy. Popeyes and Long John Silver.
in fairness, this was last week, so it doesn't
Okay.
count. Was driving home. It was the night the Bears played on Monday night. So I was like, let's go do the Jewel cheap chicken thing.
Yeah.
And Hope said no, because our Jewel, I've talked about this on the show before.
Mm-hmm.
They have one set of numbers for the whole deli and chicken, and like two people working. So two people had to handle all the meat orders, all the chicken orders, all the hot bar orders. So on Cheap Chicken Monday, it is like a line of 50 people. It takes, I'm not kidding, like 45 minutes to get your
that's
chicken
not
order
worth
filled.
it.
No,
It's not
so
worth it.
like screw it. I'm gonna go to Popeyes, open up the app, and got the 10-piece with sides and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Outstanding. Like it just hits so perfectly. So great. I was eating like Dan Bernstein, and if anyone's ever seen Dan Bernstein eat,
It's unsettling.
he goes from like dignified Ivy League snob to absolute
that.
savage, like
Yeah.
Tasmanian devil eating chicken on the bone.
Yeah.
And-
It's borderline ruined chicken on the bone for me.
Well, let's not go nuts.
Right.
But
Hell though.
it was great. So they kind of messed up the order. They didn't give me mashed potatoes, which is not great,
Mhm.
but they gave me a crap ton of extra biscuits. So the next morning I made a breakfast sandwich with Popeye's biscuits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I got one of those, the rings that you can put the egg in so it cooks up in like a patty form.
Sure.
Did that, some salt and pepper, some cheese. Once that was done, put the biscuit in the air fryer for like 3 minutes on 350.
Nice.
Dude, it was one of the best things I've ever eaten. It was amazing.
Ooh.
So recommended next time you get Popeyes, save yourself a biscuit. And but it was not bad.
Tough
It was
ask,
like
though.
30, maybe $30 or $35 for all that.
Okay.
For like 8 biscuits, fries, and a 10-piece.
Okay.
It's not bad.
No.
Because there was a point there where I went through the drive-thru and things on the menu said like $76.99. I'm like, what's happening?
That's not right.
Yeah, I don't know. It was weird, but
Yeah.
Popeyes, man, it just is always.
Mhm.
We talk about like the consistency with Culver's,
Yeah.
like you're in patios, another place, you're gonna have the same experience.
Mm-hmm.
Your service experience at Popeyes might not be great,
Yeah.
but the end product is always excellent.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so recommend definitely doing the breakfast sandwich on a biscuit if you can keep enough biscuits around.
Yes.
From your initial meal. We got $2 super chat from Shy Sports Fan. He says, "Do you find out where this money goes?" Not yet. I will look, see if I can find it. But I keep sending them. They're going somewhere.
Yeah. Right.
Appreciate it.
I had an experience last week that was one of those where you go in thinking you're going to get one thing, and then you see something else on the menu, and the plan goes out the window.
Oh,
And that's what happened with me at Sweet Orange, 933 South Roselle Road in Schaumburg. It's actually in the same strip mall as the Birds Hot Chicken in Schaumburg.
Okay.
It's like there's literally one business separating them. So
What's it
this
called
is
again?
like
I'm writing it down to add to the map.
sure. Oh, I didn't hear. Okay.
Hit me.
Yeah, 933 South Roselle Road in Schaumburg.
And what's the name of the
Sweet
joint?
Orange.
Sweet Orange. Okay.
So was figuring I'm going to get some sort of skillet and all this and go more savory breakfast, because this is like they serve everything, but it's really a breakfast place.
Yeah.
And then on their monthly specials, I saw crunchy churro French toast.
Oh my.
And there's a picture, and it is wonderful.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah. So essentially, they make French toast with cornflakes, and just more cinnamon than you could imagine.
Oh,
It was like each bite did have that little bit of, it wasn't like, okay, we're putting cornflakes on here, but we're not actually getting the crunch out of it.
right.
They got the crunch out of it, because that's like really the one thing you could ever say about French toast is like, okay, it's one textured note. So to have this and all that cinnamon, like, and obviously the powdered sugar, but powdered sugar is just a given. Dude, it was so good. I had to like slow myself down from not just like full on inhaling that.
It looks fantastic. And I'm imagining the texture as crunchy on the outside, soft on the
Mhm.
inside.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
It's like, I don't know that I would go full, like, if I had this, I would say, yep, that's a churro, but I would say it's crunchy and cinnamon and delicious.
Yeah, similar texture and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's more a churro inspiration type thing.
Yeah. God, that
And
looks amazing.
it's I'm telling you, that was absolutely fantastic. So assuming that's only there through the end of the year, I would rush and get to Schaumburg and get to Sweet Orange to try that, because everything everybody else had looked good. The girls, we went with Shannon, Steve, and the girls got hot chocolate, and they have like a special hot chocolate there that's got like this, what was it, like pink whipped cream or something in there.
Cute.
So like they
Nice.
do it up for the kids and just like for the holidays. So highly recommended.
All right. Sweet Orange, 933 South Roselle Road. Hey, that's not far from Fredo's.
It is not.
Fredo's is at 628 South Roselle Road. They're
Mhm.
right there. They're right next to each other. So go for an appetite, go for brunch, and then go for lunch. 2 separate meals.
Yes.
Fredo's has the I'm Fat Burger, the I'm Fat Pizza, the I'm Fat Grilled Cheese, the giant mozzarella sticks, everything you want to improve your culinary life. They've got
Which
it for you.
I've had in the last couple weeks. We got the old Massivo Gringo.
Oh, yeah.
Having that, just
I'm
like,
so far from Schaumburg, and it sucks.
I know it, but man, that thing was so good. Like the taco seasoning in the breading, the pepper jack cheese, and like the amount of it in there too. It's not like I'm sure a lot of people see the size of these mozzarella sticks and they're like, there's probably not a ton of cheese in there. It's fairly hollow, blah, 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 blah,
No.
blah. No, those are filled mozzarella sticks.
Oftentimes, I have to, like, when I take a bite, I have to like pour some cheese into the remaining part of the mozzarella stick because
Yes.
there's so much. Like, yeah, it's not skimped at all. They're amazing. Everything at Fredo's is amazing. And it's probably too late to book this now, but if you're having an after holiday party or whatever at your office or at your home, they do have private chef services. So hit them up, fredospizza.com. If you're placing an online order for your food, easy. Use the code I'm Fat and you'll save 10% every time. So do that. Support Fredo's. They support us, and that's very important. Okay. I saw, because my last 2 fried chicken stops, KFC for the tenders, which I talked about a couple weeks ago, and now Popeyes have forgotten my mashed potatoes. Well, our friends at Costco have our backs, because they offer a 5-pound tub of mashed potatoes. And I looked at that, looked at Hope, looked at that, looked at Hope, and she's like, absolutely not. I can make you mashed potatoes at home. I'm like, but look at how much that would give me like 3 days worth.
Yeah.
And I love that they have the individual pats of butter on there.
I know, right? That's so good.
So it is literally 5 pounds of pre-mashed potatoes with at least 2 butter patties on there, and then a whole bunch of is it parsley? What do you put in? I don't know. You put in mashed potatoes.
I don't either.
Whatever the green stuff is. I don't know. But it looks amazing. And God bless our friends at Costco for offering such a thing. Chives, thank you. That is Chicago sports fans saying chives. Yes, they're chives. And Holy cow. I literally was just, it was like a little kid at Toys R Us.
Yeah.
Like, please, Mom, can I get this? Can I get this $20 tub of mashed potatoes?
That's a doorstop.
Dude.
Like that could like one of like these nice heavy metal doors. That thing could
Yes.
stop it in its tracks.
For real. It is I'm not, when I say 5 pounds, that is the weight on the, the deli tab there, like the printed receipt that's stuck on the top.
Yeah.
It is 5 pounds of mashed potatoes.
That's insane.
Sounds like an appetizer to me.
How long would that take Connor McKnight to eat?
3 days.
No, longer than that.
If he's eating nonstop
Yes.
and nothing else. Yeah. All
Yes.
right, fine. 3 months.
Are we going to do, I think Sam and I talked about me doing the Jack's Pizza Challenge.
Do
I
it.
think we might have talked about it too, but like, I just got to do that at some point, just to prove the point. And I'll try and follow format as much as possible of like, okay, you can eat for 7 minutes and then you have to wait 15 and then eat for 7 minutes and wait for 12. And
I don't even think you need to do that. I think that actually might have been what, for those that don't know, Connor McKnight bet that he could eat 3 Jack's pizzas in the course of 3 hours? Was it 2 hours? 3 hours? The course of a show.
It was a 3-hour show.
Yeah, and failed miserably. I
Didn't
do
even
think
get done with 2.
Yeah, I think part of the problem though might have been that he was spacing it out, so
Well,
he allowed his body to get full.
That's why I feel like if I was to do it, I would want to do it in the similar format. Like not saying, okay, well, over the course of 3 hours, he had X amount of minutes, so I'm going to eat it in this amount of minutes. That's not fair because he had to go 7 minutes at a time and then wait. 7 and wait. And 5 and wait. And that type, because he obviously wasn't going to be eating in segment. So, I mean, he was going for 3. I would say I could do 4 in that time.
This sounds like a really great post-holiday social media challenge for you, Rick.
Yep.
I think you can do it. I believe in you.
I'll
really do. I don't.
I'm not going to do the supreme one. Like
it's like salad.
Yeah, exactly. But like,
you can do a cheese or a sausage or something, pepperoni.
Yeah, something like that. We'll make it happen.
What did he do? I forget. Was he just cheese?
He was supreme.
Okay. All right. Well,
but you know what I'll do?
I think you got it.
He did 3 supreme. I'll do 4 of whatever I want, just to balance it out.
That's fair. I mean, he weighs as much as like one of your legs, so
yeah. Also true.
I think you've got it.
Yeah.
I have faith in you. All right. So for those that missed it, I did have a birthday last Tuesday, 12th, whatever day it was.
Yeah.
So my buddies, Mario Tirabassi and Greg Boyson, brought me donuts from Allegretti's Bakery in Norridge.
Ooh.
Look at those, buddy.
Those look wonderful.
They were fantastic. Allegretti's has been there forever. 7717 Lawrence Avenue. These were great. There is nothing to me more perfect than a cake chocolate donut from like a neighborhood bakery.
Yep.
And I hold them to a high standard. And my all-time favorites are, well, Calumet Bakery is the best I've had. And it took me a long time to admit that because my entire life I had gone to Wolf's Bakery on 111th Street there.
Yeah.
And that has always been like the thing I hold everything up against. But Calumet knocked out of the park. Allegretti's is right there too. Not as good as Calumet because Calumet uses more frosting. But Allegretti's maybe second.
Wow.
It was really great. So if you're out that way, stop at Allegretti's. I know it's a north side place. I've never lived there, so I'm not familiar. I know a lot of people are probably saying, like, yeah, dude, of course, duh. I've never lived there.
No, it's a north side place.
Yeah, but it was great. Great chocolate donut. There's some, just plain glazed in there and everything, and everybody loved them. Hope and Addie ate them and thought they were great too. So check it out. Allegretti's, again, that address is 7717 Lawrence Avenue. By the way, Jason from Oshkosh, I am not 50.
Yes.
I am 47. I've got a long way to go to 50. I'll be dead by then. Two more trips to Long John Silver's ought to do it.
Yeah, right. So 3 more years. I'm just 47's a bad number for fractions, but yeah, you're close.
Yeah.
You are very, very close. You are like, hold on, let me do the math
Oh,
real quick.
I'm more than halfway dead.
Yeah.
Like, there's no doubt about that. If I make 80, it's an upset. I think if I make
You are
70, it's an upset.
94% of the way to 50.
Cool.
I think I just found a way to trigger you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's okay.
speaking of Danny
I'm
Parkins,
very I'm about that close, that distance to 40. If that
right.
makes you feel better.
Eat me. Danny Parkins gave me a call this week when all the chaos went down at work.
Oh,
Making sure
nice.
you're good. You know, if you need anything, let me know if I can help. If you need any advice. Thanks,
Nice.
Danny. He's like, I'm in Grand Central Station. It's kind of loud, but I wanted to call. True story. He was like
Nice.
walking to the train.
Yeah.
I'm like, you have a live national sports show and you're using public transportation?
Good for
That's
you.
not going to last, buddy.
No.
Like, you better get yourself a parking spot with tinted windows and get the F out of there quick.
Yeah, right.
But hey, you know what? Enjoy it while you can. Nah,
Right.
he's, we like to make fun of him, but
Yes.
one of the first people to call and check on me when all that crap went down.
Yes.
So
He's there. He's
good
always
dude,
there if you need
despite
him.
his aggressive Parkinsing.
Parkinsing.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Well, Danny has to wear suits, and I actually have a suit update.
Another suit update?
Another suit update.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So now, not only has the suit arrived, but I went for my appointment to kind of get assessed while wearing the suit.
Yes, your blood pressure's high.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, right. Exactly. And there's more to it than just hey, they are going to make some adjustments to it. When I was like, I can't really hug anybody. This might be an issue for the wedding. I mean, I'll take, for the sake of the wedding, I'll do what looks better first. But he's like, oh no, we can, let a little out here and then do this. And for one thing, I appreciate the fact that this time I had the manager as the guy who was going over this with me, but he's also a larger dude.
Nice.
So there are some things that you can be extremely good at your job and just not totally understand. Like the guy who helped me the first time around was awesome, but he was a very fit dude.
Yeah.
So
just put it on. It should fit perfectly.
Yeah, exactly. So this guy was like, okay, hey, try sitting. And so I said, he's like, hey, what if we basically try and change the angle or the curvature around the butt so that your back isn't just sliding down when you sit down. It's made more to stay there.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. And then he's like, okay, we're going to let some out of the back so that my shoulders can actually move a little bit. He's like, but then we'll take this angle in, kind of around the armpit or something. We'll take that in a little bit. So that way it doesn't look sloppy and it's still form fitting. It's just things that I can assume anyone could think of, but that would be top of mind for this guy because he's kind of in the same boat.
Yeah. I mean, so there's a thing for those normies out there
Mm-hmm.
as a fat guy that we just have to accept. When we are dressed up, we're going to feel awful.
Yes.
We're going to feel uncomfortable. We're going to feel hot. We're going to feel like everything is tight.
Mm-hmm.
Or the things we have to get to accommodate certain parts of our body. For instance, for me, it's my neck.
Yeah.
I have a big neck, so I need a big collar. But then
Mhm.
every shirt they sell that has a big collar is massive. So I'm wearing a freaking parka
Mm-hmm.
underneath my suit, and it's all bunchy and it looks like shit. Or I've got a long torso, so every shirt is too short on me.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing fits right. So it sounds like this experience at Indochino.
Yeah.
If you're looking for and this is not an ad for the record.
No.
If you're looking for a suit that fits you correctly, I love that they do this and let you come in and adjust and everything. It's your freaking wedding, man.
Well, right. And
comfortable and happy.
Yeah, and that's the thing that between Brandon was the name of the manager. This is the Oakbrook location. And Sam were both because I was no, this is, he's like, how does this feel? I'm like, good enough. He's like, does it feel? He's like, not good enough. Is it perfect? And I was like, well, not quite. And I'm like, I'm so, and like you mentioned, I'm so used to just like, hey,
Yeah,
if it
accepting
fits enough, like, cool, I can deal. And he's like, no, we can do this and we can do this to like resolve that. So they're like, yeah, give us a couple weeks. He like marked up the jacket, marked up the pants, like did everything he had to do. And like there's decent amount to do. And he's like, oh yeah, give it a couple weeks. We'll be good. And I'm like, cool. So
That's awesome.
yeah. So it's just and the best part is after that, Sam, because this was the Oakbrook Mall, Sam and I went up to the food court up there, and she got food from I forget the name of the Chinese place that was up there, but whatever the Chinese place is in the Oakbrook Mall, I went to Cilantro. There's a location of Cilantro there, and I got my dinner. We're walking back to the car, and we see Brandon like kind of quickly walking by, I think because Potbelly was about to close, and he said, he's like, gotta get me a sugar cookie. So we're like,
3-2 packed.
yep, we're like, that's our guy.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I had Potbelly. I have not had it in so long, and it's usually not a place I go.
Yeah.
But I just wanted soup. It was like a cold, and their garden vegetable soup, and I know, but it's soup.
Yeah.
Their garden vegetable is incredible. It's so good. And I got the meatball sandwich on my way to work. I was just like covered in marinara.
Yeah.
I was like a little kid, but holy crap, that was good.
Oh, I know I was going to ask you soup related.
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember, like at your largest, do you remember what your neck size was?
50.
That's not, no. Your neck?
No. Wait. 18?
18?
Does that sound right?
Yeah, I mean that might still be a hair low. Like let's put it this way. I wanted to compare because for this suit, I think I'm going to be around a 22.
Wow. Yeah, I feel like
a large neck.
I can go look in my closet. I think it's 18 and a half or so.
Okay. I remember when I could have an 18 and 18. That's not even like ragging on you. That's more just like a Jesus Christ. It's just like another sausage length from my torso up to my head.
I remember 3rd grade, Rick says.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's ridiculous. But hey, so the funny thing was I at first they're like, hey, try and button the top button, because Matt is 100% correct that a 50-inch neck would be amazing to see. But the guy at Indochino was like, hey, button the top button for me. And I do this. And because I didn't want to rip through the shirt or the coat, I couldn't do it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Like that's how like my like shoulders and whatever are just much broader than they should be for somebody my height. So it's just like, what the hell? We're making a suit for a square.
It's fine. You deserve suits that fit you.
Yeah.
Do you I'm sure you've done this. You buy the neck extender, which is like the metal thing with like the spring.
Yeah.
So for those that don't know, when you can't button your neck on your shirt, you can buy these metal, it's basically like a coil loop, and then there's a button on the end of the loop. So you hook the loop to the button that exists, and then theoretically it gives you enough slack where you can button the shirt top and put a tie on to cover it. I've got dozens of those in my top drawer.
Yeah.
And hey, our buddy Dan Levy's in here
Nice.
from the Barguments podcast, asking if we can do a collaboration episode. We've been talking about this
for a long time.
Yeah, it just it makes so much sense that it just has to happen. Yes, Dan, we will talk offline and get this done. But check out Dan's podcast in the meantime, Barguments. A great Facebook page too. He's way better at Facebook than I am. Like putting out conversational things and arguments on their page. They're really good at that stuff. So check them out. Good stuff. Dan is you've heard Dan's voice. You might not know. And it's not Dan Levy from Schitt's Creek.
No. It's
the real Dan Levy. Okay?
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
He was here first, I assume.
He was here first. I got one more thing I want to mention before we do Ask Your Fats. This is very cool. Max Deli. Yes, Max Deli. Just opened in the West Loop. It's at 124 North Sangamon Street. It is like Vienna sausage, hot dogs, all that stuff. But it's a project for the Haymarket Center. Everyone that works at Max Deli is someone in recovery. So
Oh.
substance abuse, mental health challenges, those sort of things, the workers get on the job training. So when they leave the Haymarket Center, they've got marketable skills and they're able to be hired elsewhere.
It's cool.
Really, really cool. It's a great cause. All the money you spend there goes there, or like whatever, beyond like the cost of operations or whatever it might be, you know. But if you're in that area, check it out, Max Deli. It's really a great concept. And a lot of these people with whatever their, you know, addiction might be or health issue might be, they can't build a resume, right? So it's hard for them when they recover to get hired anywhere. Now, you know, they've got somewhere to go that prepares them for life outside recovery, and they've got something for the resume. They've got some experience, and they're hireable, which is great. So check that out, Max Deli on Sangamon Street. Again, that address is, I forgot it. I closed the screen, but it's right there.
The hell with it.
I think it was 121. Yeah,
that's really cool. Before we hit Ask Fats too, we should probably at least mention, like, hey, Christmas is this week. Is there any special Christmas specific stuff that happens food wise or whatever on Christmas for you, or that you haven't hit yet that you want to?
So we've sort of changed our Christmas day. We now go to my parents' house in the morning, and Hope makes like an egg bake casserole. So egg, hash browns, bacon, and a casserole. And then we also get Cinnabon. Yeah. Which is, oh no. Yeah. So that's Christmas at my parents. And then a new tradition we started last year is we just spend the day together, the rest of the day, just the three of us. So last year we went like up north, looked at some Christmas lights, went and got some Chinese food, you know, and it was great. Like it was really fun, low key, because the holidays are so crazy. Yeah. Like Christmas Eve for us at Hope's parents and my in-laws is just, it's wonderful. And I love it. And I look forward to it every year, even as an introvert, but it's a lot. It's just a long, busy, crazy day with a million people. So to have a day where the three of us can just like chill and spend time together and have fun. And, you know, that's what we've been doing. So food wise, there's anything aside from that egg bake and the Cinnabon every morning, but maybe going to Cozy Noodles and Rice on Sheffield there, just south of Addison. Maybe that becomes a new tradition, which I love that place. So down with that.
Yeah. For me, Christmas Eve, Shannon and Steve's place, it's both of our families get together, which is cool because that doesn't happen very often. So, you know, like everybody goes over there. And for the first time, we're trying this out this year. We're actually going to stay there. Sam and I are going to stay there so we can watch the girls open presents in the morning and then go to her parents' place for like typical Christmas Day activities, then go to my mom's place for a little bit, you know, like not super long or anything. And then kind of like you guys, but less overall time, just like have Christmas night to ourselves.
Yeah.
To whether it's do what we want for dinner and just be able to like sit down with the tree on and watch a Christmas movie. Right. Like that's the goal. And maybe that later.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Yeah. Yeah, I love Christmas. By the way, speaking of Shannon, I saw one of her social media videos went viral.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, she was very confused as to why. So I DM'd her right away and I said, "You know why?" Yeah, and she denies it.
Oh, okay. Did I tell you what?
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I think. Okay.
Well, we'll talk offline about it.
Yeah. Oh, yes. It had a bit of going viral first, and that's when it was funny, and then it went viral also after in more of the intended community, but also a little bit not, which was funny. Yeah, some of the early comments Sam may have printed and framed and given to
her. They were for so. Well, let's say this.
Yeah,
the post was for a very specific audience.
Yes,
but another very specific audience found it.
Yes.
So you know, telling you, man, monetize.
Yeah. Hey,
who cares?
Right.
If people want to see that for me, then
exactly,
I'll take your money.
Right.
I just don't think anyone wants to see that.
Fair. Same here.
Let's try.
Nope. Not in the. Oh, there you go.
There, look at the likes. Wow, look at that. Just skyrocketed. Oh my god, we have 5,000 people watching. What the hell?
Right.
Oh
God.
All right, we should stop talking.
Yeah.
We got to do Ask a Fat, but first we want to tell you about our friends at Nick and Ivy Brewing. 1026 South State Street. See, that took a lot out of me as a fat guy.
Yeah.
NickIvyBrewing.com. Christmas week, it's going to be magical around there. They've got a new beer release that came out a couple days ago. Their Rocky Road inspired Imperial Stout. It's packed with the flavors of marshmallow, almond, and chocolate, creating the taste of your favorite ice cream. Oh, God.
Mm-hmm.
I want that. So go check out Nick and Ivy. On Monday, they're going to have Christmas karaoke. So come out for some Christmas karaoke. That starts at 7 o'clock. It's going to be a good time. Again, is it 1026 South State Street in Lockport? Great vibes, great beer, awesome stuff. Nick and Ivy Brewing. Go check them out on Facebook, Instagram, burp, all that great stuff. Just talking about beer makes me burp. That's how old I am.
That's
all
great.
right. Is it time to ask the Fats?
It is.
Bless me, Father, for I've sinned. It's been 1 week since my last confession.
Okay, my son. What is your confession?
I'm fat.
Ask a Fat is brought to you by our pal, Charlie the Bacon Guy. And here is the latest bacon report.
Thanks, Jay. This week, we're still doing custom orders. I'm still that busy, so I'm just going to keep churning them out. Here's a hack for all of you in the fat world and normies, I suppose. When you place your order online at charliethebaconguy.com and you place something in your cart, if you really only wanted 1 or 2 of those, the minimum is 3. But once you're in the cart, you're able to change the quantity. So there's a little trick for you. As I've been saying for the past month, everything's going to be custom made. I will always have bacon curing and ready to be flavored and smoked. I appreciate all of you for your wonderful orders this Christmas season. And I'm really hoping that it keeps going into the new year. For the Bacon Report, I'm Charlie the Bacon Guy.
There you
Merry
go.
Christmas.
Oh, thanks,
Oh,
Charlie.
Okay.
Oh,
Also,
you.
we need to isolate Charlie just saying quantity.
Quantity. Yeah, it was good. Was my screen sharing working? Were people able to see me and manipulate that cart?
No.
Was that on the screen? Crap. Well, you can do that. I don't know. It's weird it didn't work. Yeah, just go to the cart. When you add something to your cart, it's going to automatically add 3 pounds of bacon. Just as much as you want. You can add. I did it up to like 40 pounds and it was like $500. I'm not going to order that much, Charlie. Sorry, I love you, but no. But yeah, you can customize the order once you are in the cart. The cart at charliethebaconguy.com. Get yourself some bacon. I don't want to promise anything, but if he's got enough of what you need, you might be able to swing by and grab it from him by Christmas. So get in touch with them, charliethebaconguy@gmail.com or charliethebaconguy.com, the website. All right, we got 2 voicemails. If you'd like to leave us one, the number is 708-858-3314.
Hey, Jay, I'm going to do 2 questions quick so you can do one for this week and maybe one for next week because I keep forgetting to call.
We'll do them both this week.
Hey, guys, it's Jason and Oshkosh. I had a quick question coming up for you. We have done Chinese food for Christmas for the last, I don't know how many years, and the place that we went to recently closed and a new place has gone in. So do I, A, go to a bad Chinese food place, or B, start a new tradition for food on Christmas? And at the same time, has one of your favorite restaurants ever gone out and something gone in better at that location than what was there previously? Love the pod. Keep up the good work.
All right, there's one question. We'll save the next one for next week.
Now that you've seen behind the curtain.
The problem is there's not a lot open on Christmas.
Right.
So you could, let's see, would like a traditional Jewish deli be open on Christmas? Maybe. What else could obviously it'd have to be some sort of ethnic food. So Indian, maybe something Middle Eastern would be available for you on Christmas.
You know what sounds good?
What?
couple home run in pizzas, throw them in the oven, do whatever you're doing around the house, watch a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds great. Jason said the second question is Christmas related, but I can't edit in real time. So throw it in the chat, Jason, and we'll get to it in the written part of Ask a Fat. Trying to think like what closed and then opened better. So happening right now in Homewood is Mod Pizza closed.
Yeah.
Which is, I didn't hate it. I just never went. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It was just,
I went a couple times to the one in downtown Naperville, but that was about it.
yeah, it's not bad. I just, when do I want like a personal pizza for a meal for myself? That's kind of the
every day.
But then if the three of us are going out for pizza,
true,
we're going to go to a pizza place.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're going to go to Los Angeles or Aurelio's or whatever it might be. I'm not going to go to Mod and for my whole family. I think that's the business model that is maybe not sustainable for them.
What if you all just had such different tastes, though?
Yeah, that's true. We liked it, and when it opened, we went. Probably like 3-4 times in the first 2 months, and then just it kind of fell off. Anyway, that's now becoming a Dave's Hot Chicken.
Okay.
And I'm excited about that. So I've had that before. I've had Dave's. I assume that will be an upgrade in terms of how often I will go there.
Sure.
So
I know there was a Wendy's down the street from my mom's house for the longest time. And then that actually went out. Now it was one where like it was that franchise of a certain thing where it was extra expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So we're like, we would go there because it's right there, but we didn't necessarily feel good about it. And then it became one of those burrito paradilla places.
Oh yeah.
That there's a lot of. And that place also is not necessarily cheap, but at least it's higher quality food.
Okay.
So one thing I had from there that is not very logistically good, but tastes incredible was a chorizo quesadilla.
Oh, that is an oil slick.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. And that is the issue.
Slides in and slides out.
Yep.
Jason's follow-up was rank our top 3 Christmas cookies. I think we're going to go store-bought on this one.
Store-bought. Okay.
So I'm going Santa's favorites, the anise jingles as I call them. Bells and Stars, Archway Bells and Stars are terrific, and the white chocolate fudge covered Oreos.
Yeah, pretty much flip your order, and that's mine.
Enough. All right, good. That was easy. All right, next one here.
Hi, Jay and Rick. It's Russ.
Oh.
I am currently in a Raising Cane's drive-thru, and I just ordered my chicken, and I have both a cane sauce and a honey mustard. Yes, they have a second sauce. You just have to ask. They also have hot sauce available too. The honey mustard is good. It's thinner than I would like my honey mustard to be, but they do have it.
All right, there you go. I don't like honey mustard though, so
yeah, I'm not a big honey mustard guy generally, but especially because do you want this or barbecue or hot sauce? Generally, I'm going to choose those two before honey mustard.
I'm with you.
That's interesting, though. I may go and be like, give me some hot sauce.
That'd be good.
Me and Stacey King.
I had that's when I dined in at Long John Silver's. I noticed they had Cajun Chef hot sauce.
Ooh,
and that bottle was like crusted over. I didn't care. I'm like, I want Long John Silver's.
It's like
am I gonna be picky?
It's like when you're in elementary school and you have that like little patch of glue and you just want to like peel the glue
off.
Oh
yeah. Yes.
Or when you would put glue on your hands and like peel the glue off, and then
all the time
as you get older, it's not glue anymore.
I do love the glue that sticks to the like gift cards and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll play with that stuff all day. All right. Now we got to get to the emails, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do I do the show again? It has been a week.
To be fair,
Ask a fat about this and that. It's time to chat with the fats.
I just almost closed all my tabs, which would have been bad. Okay. First email comes from Matt. He says, Jay has talked a lot about Charlie's chili recipe and its use of the ground bacon. I have also found that it's great with pulled pork. Oh my.
Imagine it not.
Oh my God. Take a bone-in pork shoulder and put it in a crock pot. Then I take half a package of the ground bacon and put it on top. Let it cook to 190-ish. Decant the extra liquid. The ground bacon gives the pulled pork a nice smoky flavor. Also, I asked Charlie to add the jardinera spice to a package of ground bacon. Threw some green bean. That's spelled wrong. Threw some green beans in the microwave and cooked about 3/4 of the way. While they're in there, cook the bacon in the frying pan. When it's just about done, throw the green beans in there and finish them in the bacon grease. Oh my God. Wonderful, spicy firecracker green beans. I paired Charlie's bacon with a few other recipes. Any favorites for you guys? Man, the only time I eat Charlie's bacon where it's not just Charlie's bacon in my mouth hole is in the chili. But his the charcuterie board he makes, with that jardinera cheese log. Oh my Lord. Oh. Everything he makes is great. Get yourself some bacon, for the love of God.
Yeah, that is wonderful. I'm a dummy that doesn't know how to cook, so it doesn't help me. Like this question is bad for me.
Well, cooking, you should try it. I think you would enjoy it.
I probably would. It's
just get a recipe and follow it.
Right.
You can do that.
My problem, and this is like perpetually a thing for me throughout my life, is there are two types of people. The people that will just try stuff and see what happens and deal with the consequences, and those that are like have to know that they're going to do it well enough to not totally screw it up to try something. That's me. And it's not fun. But that's just what I default to. All right. So this one is from Mike. Jay, last episode, you answered a question about Oreo, like EL fudge cookies, and you said you only shop at Jewel's, Mariano's, and Meijer. Yet earlier in the episode, you talked about corn dogs from Aldi. You talk about your finds from Costco, Pete's, and Trader Joe's all the time. So my question to you, Jay Zawoski, who you crapping?
Okay, Mike. The reason I excluded Trader Joe's, Aldi, Pete's, and Costco are very obvious if you listen to the show very often. First of all, it was not a Costco-sized pack of EL fudge cookies. They don't sell them there, so cross that one off. I say all the time, Pete's is only used for perimeter grocery items, including fresh meats, deli meats, produce, and the like. So I never shop for like proper groceries at Pete's. Trader Joe's only sells their own branded items. They don't sell name brands, so it wouldn't be from there. Same deal with Aldi. They do sell some name brands, but their cookies are usually just knockoffs of existing cookies. So there you go, Mike. That's how I knew it wasn't from Costco, Pete's, Trader Joe's, or Aldi. That's right.
So salty in your old age.
Well, catching the beard. All right. Robert, last email says, always love the pod. You guys had some good insight on my last question about CSI fatness a few weeks ago. My question this week, so much of everyday life of a fat is conforming to a normie world with their skinny doorways and no elbow room seats. If you could change one thing about everyday life designed to be more for the fats than normies, what would it be? I'm not completely sure what mine would be, but would probably deal with the criminally negligent lack of air conditioning in the world. Keep it up. Again, that's from Robert.
Man, okay. This is one where it won't affect me as much day in, day out, but I feel like it's where I feel being fat the most, and it's airplanes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I just need a little bit of room. I never, ever, ever feel comfortable. Like, even though when we fly, we, like Sam and I try and do the, like, not just straight, like the, what is it, economy plus or whatever.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Like the extra leg room at least. But the side just, boy, I'm the burpee one today. The side to side room is rough. And I need that feeling.
Yeah.
Like nobody in the middle seat, or I don't know what the resolution is, and the seatbelt being a little looser. I just need the airplane experience to be a little better, and then maybe I won't be spilling my drink on myself.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was hilarious.
True, I'm with you. Just to vary it up a little bit, I know that old theaters like the Chicago Theater and the Auditorium Theater are iconic and old, and they have had a place in Chicago history for hundreds of years. People were different back then. And when me and Greg Boyson went to see Bob Weir at the Auditorium Theater, him and I were like,
yep,
stuffed sausages next to each other, like, hey,
the Allstate too.
This is a good show, huh? Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Like, we just could not move. It was brutal. So that would be my accommodation again. Bigger seats at old buildings, but again, like, you know, you gotta maintain the history. But they should have had some foresight that, hey, Italian beef sandwiches were just invented. Let's make these seats bigger so we're ready in 50 years.
So at Allstate, I feel that way, where
100%.
it's like, it's tough. The last, I don't even remember maybe it was a Wolves game last time I was there or whatever. And I let go of my weight before my butt was on the seat. I had to let gravity do me the solid and like push me down into the seat. Flying would be cool, I guess, but not that way.
That sounds painful. All right, we got one more $2 super chat from Daniel who says, should I try the McRib? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not going to hurt you. I mean, it might hurt you, but it's not like bad.
Right. Shout out to Matt Batacola, the biggest McRib.
It's the first person I think of every time.
Exactly. Just the biggest like McRib. I wouldn't even say aficionado, but just advocate. That's the word I'm looking for.
Ambassador.
Yes.
I would say so. A McRib is to ribs what a McNugget is to chicken.
Yeah.
Like it is technically rib meat.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of stuff in there that is binding and it's good. I don't love it like a lot of people do.
Same.
Every now and again, I'll get a taste for it and get one. And
but if you've never had one, you absolutely should.
Yeah, you should try it. Yeah. It's not like anything scary. It's just
right.
Don't expect it to be like an experience from like a proper barbecue place in terms of rib quality.
Right.
So yeah, I wouldn't say I recommend them because I don't love them like a lot of people do, but they're certainly not bad or awful. So yeah, go for it. All right, we did it.
Yeah, just in time to go watch the Bears. I might not actually.
I don't want to. I will. I always do. I don't know why I do it to myself.
Yeah, I might tap out for, I mean, just a matter for when it's going to be a blowout. By the way, Tom Pelissero reported this morning that Ben Johnson, the Lions offensive coordinator, interested in the Bears job. Cool.
Okay. Fine. Whatever.
I'm here for it, but
just
when you start to hear that,
somebody.
Yeah, and the thing is, when you start to hear some rumblings like, he's not the best, like, leading the room type guy.
I don't care about that.
I generally don't either, but
like, isn't like Sean McVay like on the spectrum?
I mean,
like it. Probably. Honestly, I don't mean that like jokingly. Like I think
like
he
just
is
with
like
his recall and that type of thing.
He is like actually factually.
Oh, I don't know.
Yes, I think I've read that. I don't want to misspeak.
Oh, that's cool.
Just give me a guy who knows how to coach.
Yes, that's all.
Call plays that suit the team you have. Know how to manage the clock. That's it. Leader of men is such. I'm with Parkins on this. I don't know if you saw any of his stuff.
I think it's not a 0, but there's just the minimum threshold to clear is not as high as some people think.
I look at who's the Miami coach, Mike McDaniel. Yeah, like that guy's not a traditional NFL coach, and he's a little bit awkward when he does interviews. But who cares? He knows how to coach football.
Yep, can't wait for the Bears to hire Mike Vrabel instead.
That's 100% what they're going to do.
Yeah, I know.
100%.
Bears the worst.
We're the Bears. We got defense.
Yeah.
By the way, George McCaskey, if you're listening, and I know you are, you're a freaking billionaire. Next time you go to a Hawks game, get an authentic jersey.
Yeah.
Or one that's like not bought off the back of a truck.
Right. Now, mind you, I'm sure that was just one of his people just handed that to him, but still, the point stands.
# be better.
All right. Good luck. Follow us on all of our social media. I'm Fat Pod. I'm fatpod@gmail.com. Check out maybe Patreon and Spotify if you like. I'm fatmerch.com. Check out all of our designs. If you're not interested in our designs, still peruse TeePublic, but use our links. That way, when you get something, we get a kickback.
Yep.
YouTube.com/I'mFatPodcast. Subscribe. Like each video, like the one you're watching right now, if you're watching live, which thank you. And, even if you watched it live, maybe during the week when you're doing work or whatever, or ignoring your computer, just throw us on a background tab and let it roll so that we get those hours viewed. And then you can subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe, unsubscribe, and resubscribe to the regular podcast feed and leave us the 5-star rating and review. And the best thing you can do is check out our sponsors: Charlie the Bacon Guy, Mazda of Orland Park, Fredo's Culinary Kitchen, and Nick and Ivy Brewing. So for Jay, I'm Rick, and this is the I'm Fat Podcast.
I like to solve the puzzle. Okay, well, let's hear it. Treat yourself a round of sausage.
Hero.